Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1. Seasons of the Worm Cult Part
Yo, 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 it's time. It's time, y'all boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen. It's time. So, I haven't been up to date with everything, so I'm gonna have to read the patch notes. All I know is that people been saying Snipblade has got more buffs, which don't make sense. That really don't make sense. Why are they buffing Nightblade? But we're gonna see. They say they have a double barrel. They got a double barrel now. So they're saying that bow has 2 charges. So I can hit somebody for a 15k bow, get a combo, hit it for another 15k bow. That's what they saying. So we're gonna have to be the judge of this right here. Yeah. So let's see. Because I don't want to be ignorant, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta have to figure this out. Go down to alright. So I really don't care about none of this shit. I just care about what's happening in PvP. We got some new sets, light, Bikinis, Wellspring, Magic, 100 per every 100 magic you have. That's not really good. I'm gonna create Death Dancer. As critical chance where you have 50% or more stamina. Boost the cost of your core combat abilities so you have less than 50% of your stamina. To be honest, we're at a point where it's so easy to sustain. You really don't even need a sustain set. Like, to be honest. Like, you don't really need sustain that much, bro. Because ever since, this was a couple years ago, they buffed sustain to where, because it used to be 20% and 10% for major intellect and minor intellect and endurance. They buffed it to 40 one time, then they nerfed it back down to 30. After that, bruh, sustain has been kind of easy, like too easy to get. Like me on my DK, I run, only sustain I run is Blood Spawn, which is just 1 recovery, but I get ultimate, I'm a DK. So, you know, get the little battle royale passive. And then we got this is gonna be hilarious. I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. Just one second. Yeah, let me know if the stream is dropping because, yeah, let me know. So, like I was saying, I have serpent, not serpent. Is it serpent? One the Monday that gives you recovery. I think it's a serpent. Yes, it's a serpent. Then I get my recovery through leap, through potions. Of course, I have the with the Earthen Heart passive, you get stamina back for hitting them in the Earthen Heart ability. But other than that, bro, you don't really 50. I have, and plus the champion points really help. So it's like to put a whole 5-piece set like this, bro, it's not worth it, man. If it's not a back bar front bar setup, unless it's super duper strong, nobody's using it. We have full belly barricade, health, stamina, health. Health, stamina. Food book that about mitigation is increased. Block now. Why don't they have? They should have the numbers. I don't know why they don't have the numbers here. PC direct them. Yeah, they don't have the numbers for any of these. Definitely, they're not numbers, they're percentages. But these should be whatever, bro. Whatever. I'm pretty sure none of these are gonna be that good anyway. Got damage, crit, pen, increase. That don't matter. That's for like PvE stuff. Versions healing done. Master magic. Overhealing is converted into stored energy on you for 20 seconds. After overhealing 100,000 health, your energy maxes out, granting you the convergence release energy. When you activate this energy, restore stamina and magic to yourself and group members within you, within 28 meters. I don't know how much you recover, so I can't really say, but I already know ball groups are gonna use it. Cause yeah, but ball groups run the world, man. It is what it is though. So it's like people that are decent coming together, matching sets together. They're gonna dominate even the best players in the game, because it's 10 of them, all built around each other, with 10 rapid regens in a ball. They're not splitting off to get X'd. Now you can X them, but you gotta be something serious. You can't make no mistakes. Like of course you can X a ball group, but bruh, every patch is like to get stronger. So it's like, they needed to get rid of crossing. I'm not even sure if they did, but I'm pretty sure they did. Because remember, I haven't played in probably 7 months. So, and before that, I haven't played for like a year. So it's like, I'm not really in touch for business plan, weapon spell damage. Places order and already has one from you. After 6 seconds, the sword falls, dealing physical damage. This damage scales off the higher of your weapon or spell damage. Applying a sword increases the damage done by 2% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 6 times. I guess that's like whatever, bro. That's whatever. Okay. First arena. Maximum health, minor ages, has armor. Now, when bracing, create a distortion barrier around yourself after 2 seconds. After delay, every 2 seconds you gain armor and enemies within the distortion barrier have the armor reduced for 5 seconds. Jesus, back. Bro. Have damage with light attack. I need to equip for a blocking enemy. These damage for heavy attack. On so recent. What the fuck? Like, okay, it's cool, I guess. Boom, light shoes. Mad God's dancing shoes. That sounds. While in combat, roll dodging creates a random effect. This effect can occur once every 3 seconds. Effects create a cheese wheel under an enemy within 15 meters that deals magical damage. Physical damage to enemies facing you. Now we don't see the damage that was doing. Okay, there's magic damage nearest enemy. Make your expedition for 9 seconds. Restore stamina, reduce cost of your next non-ultimate ability, gain ultimate. Cool, I guess, but for PvP, there's better mythics out there. Got a ring. While in combat and on your primary weapon, gain major force, minor berserk, and minor vulnerability. 10% extra. Is that 10% or 20% extra crit damage? I'm not sure if this is. I think this is 20% crit damage. 5% damage, 5% damage, more damage taken. And while in combat on your secondary weapon, gain major protection, 10% damage reduction, minor vitality, was that 8% healing, minor timidity. I don't know what minor timidity does. That's reduced. No, that's minor cowardice. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but it seems cool. Yeah, this seems cool. If you don't, for Nightblade, I can see this was good on Nightblade. Well, I forgot it's subclassing. Every class gun. Oh, yeah. All right, it's cool. Collectibles, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. So boom, subclassing. Welcome to Subclassing ESO. The exciting new feature grants you the power to use abilities from other skill lines. There's a small quest to unlock this new feature. Check the crown store for your subclassing quests. While selecting skill lines through the subclassing, you can get up to 2 other skill lines. Other classes. You cannot get two skill lines from the same class. Okay. I think they should only do 1 class. I'm keep it a buck. I think 2 skill lines is too much and too much variables. Now it's that's kind of crazy. But whatever, man. I just work here. Subclass skill lines share progression across your entire account. Subclass will work with armory builds. Perfect. Cool. Additional callouts for subclassing. Abilities and skill lines are leveled slower. Ability passive needs 2 skill points to purchase. Abilities are not locked on character level and skill line rank. Okay, cool. New homes, I don't care. Furnishings, I don't care. Champion points. The following champion craft tree stars have been adjusted in their cost. Players who have had points spent over these thresholds would have them automatically refunded to you or increased in stage of the bonus. War mount, beautiful. Get that from 120. Gifted rider, beautiful, to 50. Okay. Purses. The purses are okay. 25 on 5 off. Liquid efficiency 5 off. Soul reservoir 33. 30. We have champions craft tree star discipline artisan to aid in your subclassing adventures. Discipline artisan increases experience and gain for current active skills and their skill lines are 3% per stage. Beautiful. You have 2 new icons in the game. They will appear green. The puzzle pieces icon is new and should show up to learned items. Grimoire. Okay. The second icon is for gear belonging to an item set collections. Okay. Combat. I'm not going to read this because I just don't feel like they know what they're talking about. I'm not going to read it. Sorry. Yeah, I just feel like, because actually, you know what? Let's go see what combat changes they made. But they have a horrible track record, so you know. Hold up, what? PvE zone limitation at press will be 10, remain as is. In PvP zone, the limitation will now be 5. While attempting to create a new summon, the oldest active summon will despawn and make itself room. Alright. I don't care about that. I don't do pets. I don't play Necro. I'm fine. Okay. I don't care about it. I need to get to the juice. I need to get to the main course of this. Dragonite. Warden Flame. Combustion. This passive now increases the damage from burning and poison by 16 to 33% and restores 211 to 423 magic and stamina when they're applied, down from 40% and 1,000. Huh. Why did they nerf that? Why they nerf? Why they nerf? Okay, if they're nerfing it for subclassing, that's cool. It's a cool skill line, but it's not on the level of like assassination. No one's gonna go out their way to get Ardent Flame, bro. No one's gonna go out their way to get Ardent Flame. I'm telling you now. Okay, Warmth. This passive now causes direct damage from Ardent Flame's abilities to increase the damage an enemy takes from your damage over time attacks by 3%, 6%, and reduce their movement speed by 30% instead of only reducing their movement speed. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Searing Strike. Reduce the base cost of this ability and it's morphed down to 2295, down from 2,970. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Fiery Breath. Reduce the base cost of this ability and Engulfing Flames morph by 2984. Noxious Breath. This morph now also applies support and status effect to all enemies hit by the initial hit. Perfect. Okay. That's cool. The Noxious Breath status effect thing, that's cool. Cause you gonna get, every time you hit that, you getting 423 down. And Magical. So, alright. That's cool. Alright, alright. But I still don't get why they nerfed this. They nerfed the damage for that. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Cool, cool. Moving on, moving on. Draconic Powers. Dark Talons reduce the base cost of this ability down to 3510, down from 3780. Choking Talons, this morph now reduces the cost of 3240 while ranking up. That's cool. Choking Talons has so much cost so much. Nah. Dragon Leap. This ability in this morph now grant a very minor grace period of its crowd control immunity after reaching the target. This is to correct some very rare cases where CC abilities such as Rune of Eldritch Horror could cause the ultimates to lock you in place right as you landed on an enemy, causing the damage and knockback to become decent until the stun ended. These abilities always have granted CC immunity while leaping, but previously it was removed immediately upon reaching your target, whilst now it persists for 100 milliseconds afterwards to ensure the ability properly completes. Cool. So this happened to me before. I land, be stuck, then it'll be like a second, then they fly. Then they fly. So, cool. Cool. Still ain't fixed target out of, okay. Target out of range happened to me on Saturday. That hasn't happened to me for like a year. Because even when I played again, when I stopped playing, when I took a break from ESO, when I came back last year, I never had target out of range bug. But now it happened yesterday on Saturday, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Burning Heart. This passive now increases healing received with Draconic Power ability active by 9%, down from 12%. Okay. I'm not too mad at that. We have a lot of healing already. So it's like, whatever, 3%, bro, it's not the end of the world. This a problem? Not really, bro. We didn't really need the nerf. And this is me speaking from a 1vx standpoint. I'm comparing. I don't think, and maybe even a dueling, I don't really do it like that, to be honest. I duel to practice my build, but not really to be the best dueler, you know? Yeah, so even in duel, I always would kind of lean on the healing. I'll lean on it because, man, this is that's easy. It's easy 12%. So it's nothing too crazy. Even though it's down 3%, we'll still be fine. Guild Armor. This passive now increases your physical and spell resistance by 2,974, up from 1,650. Okay, some positive. That's cool. That's cool. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Excuse me. Elder Dragon. This passive now increases your health recovery by 323 per draconic ability slotted up from 258. I'm gonna keep it a buck. No one cares. After the 50% health recovery now, no one cares about health recovery, bro. Let's just keep it a stack. Health recovery is useless. Go to Earthen Heart. Stonefist. Stone Giant. This ability and its morph will now properly be removed when using the ability. Cool. Magma Armor. The ability and the ultimate and magma shall now disable ultimate generation while they're active. Additionally, these ultimates no longer remove one of their clicking effect when clicking their effect in the character sheet. Cool. Battle Roar. What they doing? This passive now restores 1837 health, magic, and stamina per ultimate, spent down from 2550. Okay, cool. You don't want other classes going to Dragon Knight getting the Battle Roar. Cool. I'm not gonna lie, I did depend on Battle Roar for my this day, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Why they nerf it? I guess, but like, it makes it like Dragon Knight was like overperforming or some shit. Dragon Knight was not. But hey, all the other classes got nerfed. Even if they shouldn't be nerfing. I think it's too early to nerf anything. They should have just let it, because they're gonna let it play out regardless. They're gonna let this play out regardless. They should just let it play out and see. I don't know, bro. I just work here. Boom. Function sweeps. This ability in this morph now deal damage to the 6 closest enemies rather than having no target. These abilities no longer deal normal damage to the closest enemy and now deal lesser damage and then deal lesser damage to other enemies hit. They now deal full damage to all enemies hit, but a target cap of 6. Each enemy is snared rather than only the first. Jabs. Puncturing sweeps. Reduce healing done by this move by 25% of the damage done, down from 33. Okay? This is all having less healing against one enemy while being almost the same against 2 and increasing greatly at 3+ enemies. Note that the heal from this morph was always capped at 6 enemies hit, so that part remains unchanged. Biting jabs. This morph now increased chance per hit, 10% enemies per enemy rather than 3% to apply sundered, rather than increasing the damage of the lesser hit, as it now deals full damage at all targets. Okay, cool. Burning Light. This passive now scales off 50% of your weapon and spell damage rather than 21%, 42% of your weapon spell damage. So that's a buff. And 4% of your max magic or stamina. Increase the status chance per hit to 10%, up from 3. Cool, I guess. This passive now grants minor berserk and minor. This passive now grants minor berserk and protection for 6 seconds after activating an Arctic Spear, rather than only Arctic Spear ability rather than only minor protection. So Templars get minor berserk now. Cool. That's cool. Bracing Spear buff passes increase critical damage done to blocking players to 12%, up from 10. Okay. Spear shards increase damage of residual damage over time from this ability, and luminous shards morph by 23% to make up for their 1 second delay this ability has. Luminous shards, this morph now allows the character to be eligible for their own synergy. Cool. Blazing Spear, decrease the damage from the initial hit of its morph by 23%, increase the residual damage over time by 53%. This will result in a 10% damage increase for the entire ability, even if the enemy remains inside the area for the full duration. Whatever. Dawn's Wrath. Backlash. The final hit of this ability and this morph no longer miss some enemies. Okay. Radiant Destruction. Increase the time this ability can be channeled to 3.8 seconds, up from 1.8. To reduce this Jesus beam, right? Now it costs 1080 magic per tick rather than having an upfront cost of 2950 to ensure it drains resources closer to other execute abilities, while still remaining cheaper than others since it's far more restrictive. Increase the damage per tick of this ability and morphs by 16%. Adjusted execute scaling to now start at 33% health and gaining up to 500% damage boost, rather than starting at 50% health and gaining up to 480 bonus damage. This ability and its morphs are now dodgeable. In efforts to help prevent it from becoming a complete death sentence in low health PvP areas. Hold up, let me do the morphs. Right quick. Radiant Glory. This morph now reduces the base cost to 684 per tick, rather than restoring a small chunk of magic per tick, based on the missing health. Decrease the healing done to 15% of the damage down. Decrease the healing done to 15% of the damage per tick, down from 17. So reduce the cost, boost the healing. Okay, cool. Radiant Oppression. This morph now causes the execute scaling to begin at 40% health, rather than increasing the execute scaling bonus damage by 20%. Everybody's using Radiant Oppression. Whoever was using it before, but now it's dodgeable. So I don't think they should have made that dodgeable, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think they should have made it dodgeable. I really don't think they should have made it dodgeable. Just block. Use your block button, bro. Whatever. Restoring light. But they got some good buffs, though. They got some good buffs. I don't really see too much negative. I think they got some good buffs. Restoring light. Hold up. I might have spoke too soon, though. Healing Ritual and its ability no longer ignore line of sight. Cool. Ain't nobody really use that. Mending. This passive now increases all your healing done by up to 13% based on your target's missing health, rather than only increasing your Restoring Light ability's healing done up to 12% based on their missing health. Wait. This passive now increases all of your healing done up to 13% based on your target's missing health. Okay. Rather than only increasing your Restoring Light ability's healing done up to 12% based on their missing health. So you could be using a Vigor. You can be using the Scribing Heal. That's a big buff. What the fuck? Whatever. What? And then, but that don't make sense. Okay, let's finish this skill line. Lightweaver. This passive now causes you to automatically block all attacks at no cost for 2 seconds when you start any channel or cast time ability, up to once every 15 seconds. This passive no longer grants 33,000 armor while challenging Rite of Passage. This passive will not attempt to activate if you already have a form of automatic block active. Okay, such as Shield Wall. Okay. What? I don't think you understand how strong this is. Automatically block all attacks at no cost for 2 seconds? Every 15 seconds? That's a 5-piece set. Yeah, maybe not. But still, that's strong as fuck. That's strong. That's a strong passive. Then you have 13% of heal. Yo, Templar got some shit, boy. They got some shit. They got some good shit. What? Why? Hey, you know what? Shout out to Templar, bro. Whoever stuck by Templar for all these years, shout out to Templar, man. Shout out Templar. Assassination. Master Assassin. This passive now increases your critical chance by 6.6% against enemies you flank, rather than increasing your offensive penetration by 29.74 against enemies you flank. This passive no longer extends duration of stuns from streak. Cool. So high crit chance. To be honest, it's easier to get the pen than the crit chance. So it's like, yes. To me, this is like, it's not that. This is like the same. To be honest, if I was the Nightblade, I probably want the crit chance. Or the pen, depending on my build. But now they're gonna have to move the crit chance to pen to make up for it if they want to, but whatever. Pressure points. Increase critical chance rating from this passive to 0.5% per assassination ability slotted, up from 2% per ability. Okay, just a buff. Cool. Grim Focus. This is the one I heard about. This ability and this morph now can stack up to 10 times rather than up to 5. Okay. These abilities no longer permanently glow while slotted, and instead only glow when you have one or more stacks of the ability. Okay. This means the glow will remain if stacks remain unspent, but whatever. But you can easily be solved by using the ability of simply resolving it to remove the stacks of endless permaglow are over. They didn't touch the damage? What? Who thought this was a good idea? Right before scribing too, y'all just gonna say, hey bro, y'all niggas gonna have a double barrel shotgun for anybody's hairline to get fucking folded. Let's go to spoilers and see. We're allowing for over generating stacks for this ability, so missing activation on the final stack don't. Bro, what? We're allowing for over generating stacks, so missing activation on the final stack don't severely reduce the effectiveness of this ability, which adds up over the course of the fight. Now it allows for wiggle room, lighting your chamber up for 2 fucking double barrel shots if you reach your max stat, which allows you for more creative use as well. This should allow for ability to hit into more playstyle, especially for heavy attack builds that lost a stack with this ability every time they reach the cap. Bro, what the fuck? So missing an activation of the final stack doesn't severely reduce the effectiveness of the ability. If that's the case, do that shit for whip. Give me 6 stacks and let me double whip somebody. Since if I miss whip, I severely reduce the effectiveness of the ability. Come on, bro. I don't like to complain, but come on, bro. This is hilarious. They know where you play the game, and you say, you know what, let me add another spec bow. Let me go pull up the skill book, bro. Let me pull up the skill book, bro. Cause ain't no way we can have 10 stacks, bro. 10. While slotted on either bar. I forgot they changed it to either bar. I'm not sure if it was either bar all this whole time. Wow. Heavy attack, lighter heavy attack generating a stack of good for increase your weapon damage by 30 up to 10 times. Okay, this is the attacks. Grant fully charged heavy attacks grant 2 stacks. When at 5 or more stacks, you can consume 5 and heal for 30% of the damage dealt if you are in melee range. Bro, what the fuck? But hell no. Hell no. This is wild. This is wild as hell, bro. This is wild as hell, bro. And now you're gonna have more damage. 400 damage just chilling. Come on, bro. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, bro. But hey, bro, I just work here, man. Dark Vigor increases max health from this passive to 5% per shatter ability, up from 3%. More max health. Good for you, Nightblades. But everybody can get this skill line now, so it's like it's different now. Catalyst. Increase the amount of ultimate his passive grants to 30 when consuming a potion, up from 20. That's crazy. I don't think that needed a buff, bro. But hey. Passive now increases your max magic and stamina by 6% when you have a siphoning ability slotted, rather than increasing your max magic heal by 8% when you have a siphoning ability slotted. So you get stamina too. I feel like that's a buff. My opinion, that's a buff. 6% stamina instead of 8%, and magic heal instead of 8% magic heal, that's a buff. So that's cool. Reduce the rank of one. Reduce the rank 1 of this passive to 1%. Healing done for siphoning ability down from 2. Okay. Sure. Sure. Let's see what they got. We're removing some of the separation of a pet versus no pet build in this skill line now that subclassing is here. Them niggas said, bruh, if you don't like it, get rid of it. If you don't like it, get rid of it, bruh. Alright. While also trying to respect that not every ability in the line is focused on but a line is called Dangerous Summoning, bro. What else? Many passive abilities have slight changes to how they activate with this in mind. Conjure Word and Hardened Word no longer heal you if you do not have a Pact active. Regenerative Ward now heals you for 5% of your max health or max magicka if you have a pet active. Okay. Adric Prey, this ability now increases the damage your Adric summoning pets deal to the target by 50% instead of increasing damage of all of your pets deal by target by 50%, by 45%. Yeah, they didn't want nobody with the blast bones coming through, just wrecking just wrecking everybody. Rebate. This passive now restores the 371 magicka or stamina when a non-ability ends up from 300. Wow, cool. His protection. This passive now reduces damage taken by 5%. Active. That of increasing your health and stamina recovery by 20%. Summoning ability active. Recovery bonuses have been merged into Stormcalling line instead. No doubt bound armor and its more passive are now considered for this as well. Okay. And also, so that was a nerf though. No more healing? That's crazy. Goodbye, Magzord. Nice knowing you. No healing, bro. Really, damn. That's crazy. Bound armor. Oh no. Expert Summoner. This passive increases to your max magic and stamina no longer require a permanent pet to be active to gain their benefits, but max health does still require this condition to be met. Bound Armament's this ability now stacks up to 8 times. Up from 4. We go just have to eat that, bro. If you play Dragon Knight, bro, you just have to eat it, bro. It's cool. You just have to eat it. You just have to eat it, bro. This ability now stacks up to 8 times up from 4, so that it is less punishing and has a flexible fit into crystal weapon rotation. Activating the ability will still only shoot up to 4 of the bound daggers at a time. You just have to eat it, bro. Just damn. Damn. Crystal Shard, Dark Magic, Crystal Shard. Crystal Fragments, this ability's passive slot function now persists through bar swap, allowing casts on both bars to potentially trigger the instant cast version. Cool. Distance. This passive now reduces the cost of your next health, magic, or stamina ability after blocking by 18%, up from 15%. Cool. Line form. The final damage taker this morph no longer loses the rampant damage bonus. Okay. I don't play max sword like that, so fill me in. Mage's Fury. This is the execute. This ability is and its morph now lasts for 2 seconds, down from 4. That's a nerf. That's a nerf. That's a nerf. Capacitor. This passive now increases your health, magicka, and stamina recovery by 141 instead of 10%. That's a nerf. Jesus. That's a nerf. Expert. Well, depends on. Actually, it depends. Depends how much recovery you got. If you have low recovery, this is a buff. If you have anything over 1200, it's a nerf. Anything over 1400. Well, I guess this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. This is cool. Expert Mage. This passive now increases your weapon and spell damage by 108 per sorcerer ability slotted, instead of 2% per sorcerer ability slotted. Okay, Lightning Splash. This ability and its more energy can now be self-synergized. Fuck using that? Who was using that? But it's cool. So for Sorcerer, they got fucked on the max. So max works in the dirt. Pet Sorcs or Pet Sorcs. They got overall. They have buffs overall. They have bond armaments with 2 stacks, which is cool. They got a double. They don't have a double barrel shotgun. They got a hunter rifle with 2 bullets in it. That's what they got. They don't got no double barrel shotgun, but they got a little hunter rifle with 2 bullets in it. So that's cool. So I feel like if you're a max orc, it's an L. If you play anything other than that, you coolin', you chillin'. But of course, subclassing this year is different. The warden now, animal companions, bond with nature, increasing healing from this passive to 1530, up from 1260. Sorry. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Flourish. Increase the magic and stamina recovery granted from this passive to 20%. Up from 12. Okay. Advanced species. Instead, the critical damage granted from this passive. Wait, what? Increase the critical damage granted from this passive to 5% per ability slotted. Up from 4. Excuse me. Green balance. Nature's Grift. Increase the magicka or stamina restored from this passive to 277, up from 250. Cool. Emerald Moss. Increase the healing done by green balance abilities. 5% per green balance ability slotted, up from 2. Damn. Alright. But I feel like a lot of wardens gonna get rid of this tree. Because it's not trash, but it's not like the greatest. Restoring light is better. So most of them are probably gonna get rid of this tree, to be honest. But warden, you could probably stay pure warden and be alright. Maybe. Probably not. Probably not, bro. What we can have by subclassing, I don't think so. But I think pure classes are pretty much, they're not gonna be meta. So I think they're pretty much dead. Lotus Flower. Decrease the healing done from fully charged heavy attacks from this ability and its morphs to be 2.3 times stronger than the light attack value, rather than 3 times stronger, resulting in a 23% healing reduction. Whatever. Why would they nerf that? Whatever. No one really used it for the heal. They used it for the crit, bro. Glacial Storm, a Winter's Embrace. Northern Storm, reduce the damage per tick of this ability by 33.33%. Repeating, of course. Now grants 2% damage done per stack, rather than 50 weapon spell damage. That's good. The 2% damage per stack is good. Way better than 50 damage. Increase the duration of the stacks to 12 seconds per application, up from 5. Resulting in a total duration of 20 seconds, up from 13. Okay. 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 So overall, get more uptime. That's cool. Different. It's different. It's different. Frozen Gate. This 20 seconds though. That's cool. You get the more damage for long. Cool. You get less damage on it, but alright, we'll see. Frozen Gate. Update this ability and its morphs to be more performant on the server while also making sure they pull eligible targets more responsibly. Further Retreat. This morph synergy should no longer remove itself if multiple areas were stacked in the same spot. Okay. Glacial Presence. This passive now increases your chances of applying chill status effect by 250%, up from 200%. Adjusted the scaling of damage done bonus to 10%, 10.55% at the higher of your weapon and spell damage, rather than 10% of your weapon and spell damage and 1% of your max magic or stamina. Cool. Frozen Armor. Increase the armor granted to this passive to 1240 per winter embrace ability slotted, up from 990. Cool. Icy Aura. This passive now causes attackers in melee range to receive a stack of Winter's Bite for 3 seconds, up from 5. Up to 5 max. Attackers get 5 stacks afflicted with Major Maim for 3 seconds. This passive no longer reduces the effectiveness of snares against you by 50%. Cool. Piercing Cold. This passive now increases your frost damage by 15%, the amount of damage you can block by 8% permanently. This changes from the previous effect where you deal frost damage, you gain Piercing Cold for 6 seconds, increasing the amount of damage you can block by 12% if your max health is above 30,000, or increase your damage by 8% if you did not. Okay, that's a buff. You don't need to block this patch. Got 20k, 220k spec bows hitting you in your forehead. Got Necro. I'm not too familiar with the Necros and Arcanists, but we're gonna get through it, okay? Gravelord, Flame Skull. This ability in this morph now generates a corpse on their third cast near where the targeted enemy was. Cool. Venom Skull. The corpse generation for this effect has 3-second cooldown to mitigate how easy it is to reach the summon course limit. Sacrificial Bones. Gravelord sacrifices. This morph no longer causes your Flame Skull to generate a corpse, as the ability now does that. Cool. Death Kneel. This passive now increases your critical chance by 20%. Okay, by 20% against targets under 33% health if you have Gravelord ability slotted, rather than 10% critical chance per Grave ability slotted against enemies under 25%. Cool. Reusable parts. This passive now reduces the cost of your next necromantic summon by 66%, up from 50%. Cool. Dismember. This passive now grants 3271 offensive penetration when a Gravelord ability is active, up from 1500. Cool. Bone Armor. This ability and its morph no longer create an unconsumable corpse if you are in combat. If you are not in combat when the ability is ended. This also applies if the ability were recast with at least half of the duration passing. If you are not in combat meeting its requirements, they will not generate. Note that actual summoned creatures such as Skeletal Mage that die while not in combat will continue to generate a visible corpse that cannot be consumed. Okay. Grave Gas. Empowering Gas. This morph now improves minor maim to major maim against enemies rather than increasing your summoned creature's damage by 1,000. Health of Rice. This passive now increases your healing taken by 3% per bone tyrant ability slotted, up from 2. Cool. Last Grass. This passive now increases your max health to 2412, up from 1250. Cool. I'm gonna need the health. Living Death. Curative Curse. This passive now increases your healing done by 12% while a negative effect is on you. Oh, from 8%? Fuck, bro, what? Whatever. Near Death Experience. This passive now increases your critical chance with healing based on your target's missing health, up to 12% down from 20. Okay, little nerf, some nerfs. Okay, but they don't need no nerfs. Necro doesn't need the nerf. Whatever. Undead Confederate. This passive now increases your health, magic, and stamina recovery by 155 while a necromantic pet is active down from 200. All in all, the corpse thing's kind of I think they fucked with Necro because Necro. Oh, but now I don't really know. I don't play Necro like that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. So I fight Necros. Don't have too hard of a time. There's some Necros that slide me. You feel me? But I don't really see too much Necros, to be honest. A lot of people don't play Necro like that. So I'll say it's cool they got a little bit bust, but bro, that shit not gonna matter compared to Subclassing, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Not gonna be able to compete with assassination, bro. Nobody is. That line is ridiculous now. Ridiculous. But hey, you can try, bro. You can fight against the grain, bro. You don't gotta do it. You can be a true class if you want to, but you're not gonna perform as better as you would with the meta. I'm still gonna run solo DK for a little bit. I'm probably gonna move off onto the warden side and have a little bit of warden in my life. But for right now, I'm chilling with the solo DK because I figured something out about my build that I could have fixed like a year ago, and I would have been hitting so much harder, bro. I would have been hitting so much harder. But it be like that sometimes, bro. It be like that. Okay, Herald of the Tomb. Fate Carver. Increase the cost of disability and is morphed by 40%. Increase the damage of disability and is morphed by 8%. These abilities can now hit a maximum of 6 targets rather than having no target cap. That's the little fucking tri-beam shit. Not tri-beam, the Iron Man beam shit, right? Splinter Secrets. This passive now increases your offensive penetration per Herald of the Tomb ability slotted by 1240 up from 991. Okay. Hornet's Quintessence. This passive now increases your weapon and spell damage by 284 when you are restored magic or stamina instead of 5%. Okay. That's weird. Curative Rune Forms. Arcanist Domain. This ability and its more minor buff effects now properly adhere to the target standard 6 target cap. Reconstructive Domain. The healing from this morph will now sort and apply the healing to the lowest health target in the area, rather than having no sort of and simply applying to the first 6 targets that enter the area. Okay, cool. Healing Tide. This passive now increases the healing done per crux by 4% up from 3% per crux. Hideous Clarity. This passive now restores both magic and stamina instead of just the highest of your max resources. Cool. Soldier of Apocrypha. Aegis of the Unseen. This passive now increases your armor by 3271 while having a Soldier of the Apocrypha ability active up from 1980. Wellspring of the Abyss. This passive now increases your health, magic, and stamina recovery by 81 for each Soldier of the Apocrypha ability solid, down from 12, only 129. Alright, cool. They didn't really move numbers around on here. But they changed this big Carver, but whatever. Weapons. Hidden Blade. Spouted daggers. The bounce daggers from this ability now come from the target they bounce off of. Cool. Restoration Stab. Based on the protection, this ability and its will no longer cause unnecessary server strain. Additionally, the buff effects is granted. They no longer bypass light and sight. Cool. Soul Magic Soul Strike. Shatter Soul. The explosion damage from this ultimate is not considered as channeled or direct damage in all cases. Blind Sword. Assault. Magical Detonation. Damage and visuals effect from this ability and its one are now in sync with one another. Scribing. General. When scribing ability sees a major change in behavior, ability will not reset. Blah 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 whatever. Okay, during this part 3, luminous ink will be granted to each character who previously has selected change. Alright, really cool. Also, as a contingency, increase the cost of damage all damaging versions to 3780, up from 3510. Increase the cost of the damage shield and healing versions of the ability to 4860, up from 3510, as they were missing 50% cost increase. The healing and shielding abilities are meant to have. Whoa. Fix an issue where the healing and damage shield versions of the ability were not properly treated as damage shield. Was not properly treated as damage shield and healing abilities for many passive interactions such as hit room for these fixes to properly apply to existing variants of the Grimoire. Your selections of focus, signature, and epic scripts have been reset for Ulfsid's contingency. Will need to be applied to be cast again. Also, this will also require you to resave over armor loadouts that use any versions of Ulfsid's contingency. Updated the cost of this grimoire to 459 magic and stamina every 2 seconds for all focus scripts except immobilized. Which is now 720 health and stamina and health, rather than reducing your health, stamina, and magic recovery by 40% for all scripts except immobilized, which reduced by 50%. Banners various visitors no longer than multiple times, and no longer is on allies. I'm gonna just see if I see anything I can see. I ain't gonna lie, for right here, the Century, bro, I wish they had this like 2 years ago. I used to use this set. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I used to use this set. Why did I use this set? I don't know. I'd use it. I always just go crouch, seeing all the night blades, run up to them with my leap and miss. But hey, man, do that. Let's see. All right, y'all. So this is the update 46. I have to say, I'm really surprised they nerfed DK like that. When Subclassing Jace came out, they gave Nightblade a double barrel shotgun, saw it off. They gave Sork a little hunting rifle with 2 shots in it. Cool. Templar got some love. Warden got some love. Necro, not really. Arcanist is Arcanist, you know. Arcanist and Necro were never really that good like the top classes, you know, so they're always in the little back, taking the seat, chilling. So DK has been a good class. DK has been consistently a good class since the game came out. So I can't really say, oh, DK's underperforming. Nah, they straight. But now with the subclass and shit, and with all these buffs to the other classes, to the other main classes, I don't know, DK, you have to sub some shit up, bro, to really perform at that level. Of course, you can do it, but it's gonna be harder. So, unless you want to go through it, you know, and really try to figure it out. But I'm not gonna lie though, Time to play some ESO. Time to play some ESO, bro. Time to play some ESO. Time to play some ESO. It's time. It's time. It's time. Yeah, I got a lot of champion points. My shit's. Excuse me, I didn't mean to burp in y'all ear like that. This is kind of fucked up. So I need to buy craft bag. Let's see what I got in the craft bag, bro. So I can make. I can get me. I have any blue? I don't have no blue. I do have blue. The woodworking. Not woodworking. Clothing station. Okay. Right. And so I need. 16. 16. Okay. Let's see what they got. Bro, I bought the wrong shit. I have our Uber that leather. I'm retarded. Two of them, I should have enough. I don't feel like having all that stuff in my inventory. I don't have a craft bag, so this should be enough. Bro, I'm tripping. I'm tripping, bro. I'm tripping. I need the Rubra leather. Tripping. Tripping. Yeah, I need the Rubra leather. What am I? Alright. I'm tripping. Here's it. Fuck it. Damn, Drew Truck's this expensive, bro? I don't remember this shit being this expensive. Dude, for this 16K? Wow, I never knew they were this much. So let's say, fuck it, I gotta bring money out the bank, bro. Damn, bro, they're really expensive. Wow. So I got that. Choose Rex. Cool. I have leather. I got the temperate alloy. Got traits, I think. I think I'm good to go, man. Everybody's probably farming shit. I'm not. I don't feel like doing that right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Subclassing right now. I'll let that wait a little bit. It is time. Oh, I don't have the crap bag. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. What do I have on now? Oh fuck. Pick my inventory. I had a witch knight on, right? So pen. It's all infinite. Okay, so which not on the front bar, so it gotta be a which not, right? Or mall. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, I got it. So sharpen the wall. Why didn't you have a flaming channel on here? What the fuck? Huh? Yeah, we're getting a little tired, man. Get one more dose off, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I ain't coming back. Let me see if I have any tri-stat glyphs. 2 Kjos. Alright, gotta take a trip. Gotta take a trip, man. Alright, come on. Why is it not? I travel to a friend. Travel to a friend. Travel to a friend. Alright, him with the online. That's funny. Hold on 1 second. Yo. Oh, I'm back. Alright, we good to go. The fuck? Alright. As fuck. Anyway, I grab it. Captain Bam. Let's see. Anybody in Stormhaven? Alright. Thank you, sir. I will piggy bank off of you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. Alright. Should be alright now. Yeah, Kjos, who's straight. Bro, I'm not spending 100k for no damn Kjo, bro. All I need is one. I'm buying one. I don't got no craft bag. I can't hold on to shit. For Kjo Kuta. Make sure this is 163rd. Alright, so what else we need? I would make a fire. Where's it? Prison regen, right? Should I do a prison regen, or should I do a power just for damage? Low key, I should do a power, bro. I'm losing damage. Low key, I should do a power. So what do I have on this one? Bush Knight Greatsword. Oh, I have prison regen. I don't feel like I feel that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I switch this to powered, I'll do more damage. I feel like Loki, that's a move, bro. You know, I'll put the damage on. Put the damage on, see what happens. Let's get it. Time to glyph up. Oh shit, it's about to get lit tonight, baby. Alright, so let's go back to the crib. Go back to the crib. Round up the troops. Roll out. Okay, so with 300 I get from that. Yeah, bro. So 6. No, I don't want all these buffs. Fuck. Okay, this is the goal. Cheap viewer, man, get this man out my chat, bro. Get him out my chat. Get him on my chat. Cheap viewers, man. Fuck you, man. How do I ban this motherfucker? You have been banned, my friend. Don't ever come back. Okay, so this is the deal, y'all boys. This is the deal. Gonna need protective plate. Gonna need it, man. Gonna need it. So but rally here. I'm gonna miss the 40 seconds. Major brutality. That's it, man. But rally here. Pick off cauterize. Pick off cauterize. Put wings here. So we have a couple options. We can fly Malakath. And then with Malakath, I don't know, bro. Because what we'd have to do is we'd have to change the scribing skill. Hello. on mute. Mic was on mute. That's the problem I'm having. The affix. We need. I don't know, bro. Cause I'm thinking rerun Malakath, bro. Low key. Low key. I'm thinking rerun Malakath. But we gotta have a rallying cry necklace somewhere, bro. Somewhere we got in that rallying cry necklace. Somewhere, goddamn it. Where Malakath rings at? No necklace. Fuck. Okay. Alright, so we're in a bit of dilemma here. Okay, so. If anything crit damage related. Dude. I'm gonna go on my other characters and look for a Rallying Cry necklace and look for Malakath. Might be on my warden. Warden, am I really going to Malakath on a warden? Might be in the inventory though. Or it might be on my mag DK. SNC from what? Rallying Cry? Cry necklace. There you go. Dead dealers. Malakath. Wow. He had it. That was on. This is some cheese, bro. Alright, I'm gonna try Malakath out. Fuck it. Cause the thing is, bro, I don't want to go put on the crit off on the heal. That just feels wrong to me, bro. I don't know why. It just feels wrong. I don't know why. It just feels wrong having to heal, giving me crit for 10 seconds. And I gotta pay 2 million gold to buy it. I'm not buying that shit. So we're gonna try it out this way. If it don't work out, then we just switch it back. Yo, can you buy a respect shrine in your house? Cause bro, I'll buy that, bro. Whatever, man. I'm gonna miss the 20 seconds. I'm gonna miss it, but it should pay out in the end. But I'm doing this just because I'm gonna get bursted by it's good for acting too, the wings. Let's see. I can put Wrecking Blow. I can just put Wrecking Blow. Fucking 20 seconds, bitch? Fuck. Really double. Do I really need to heal? I don't know. I can just trade that out. I can, decisions, bro. Decisions, bro. This has to be up at all times, pretty much. Get rid of this. I still have Valley. Face it. How do rice cost that much? God damn, I didn't know it cost that. That's a lot of mag. Alright, so I think I figured it out. Gonna hit him with Wrecking Blow. I'll switch the whole flow. The whole flow getting switched up. Wrecking Blow Rally. Then wait, we're done. One annoying part, I don't have to buff up more, but it is what it is.
Fate summons you, champion. Will you answer its call? The Midnight Union kidnapped my wife.
Yeah, Midnight Union. Not gonna lie though, we gonna be hitting hard in a motherfucker though. some reason, I feel like I can make this work. I feel like I can make this work. Somehow, some way. I feel like I can make this work. Yo, we out on the BG, y'all boys.
Summons you, champion. Will you answer its call?
Now with make sure my champion points are straight. I have the now with all the cleanses coming, I don't even care about off balance anymore, bro. I'm just keep it a buck. I have a snare with breath, so that's gonna have to do. To be honest, that's just gonna have to do. And my stun is leap. This is my let me up. Snare removal. Heal. Hot. All my skills on this bar are pretty much set in stone. The only thing I can do is change out RB for fossilize. Only thing I can do. That would make sense to me. Maybe in a duel I could change fossilized for fragmented shield. Well, fragmented shield for fossilized. I mean, it ain't cost the same. But 1VX, you want that heal. They're both gonna give you helping hands. Alright, it's time to get busy. Bro, what the fuck is that? Okay. I'm not keeping my bus up. Bro, what the These niggas are all garbage, though. I could fucking... Oh. I don't know, bro. I thought I would hit way harder. But I'm kind of playing dumb, though. My sustain is down, for sure. Damn, bro. My sustain is down like this? Yeah, but it's just different because I'm not stunning people. Oh, this nigga already has. Wow. Guys are subclassing. I think running. I think I have to go back to the basics. Fucking my sustain. I'm making mistakes too, though. So also, I think I'm gonna go back to the basics. Yeah, turn off wings. Whoa. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to switch back. Switch back to rally. Switch back to rally. Yeah, switch back. Not to forward momentum. I mean, from rally. Oh, that's pretty fucking cool. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. I feel like if I had the same build but just was shattered, I would have just wait. So I'm gonna move all that stuff back. Try again. I'm gonna move all that stuff back and try again. I might keep wrecking blow to get the. Nah, I'm not even gonna keep wrecking blow, bro. I'm changing everything back. Fire fame. So I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now, fucking sea serpent would be better. Serpent's coil. Probably better, but right now I think Saint Seducer is just good too. Going back to the basics, bro. Back to Saint, bro. Going back to Saint, bro. I'm gonna revisit Sea Serpent. Does more damage, but I'm just so slow. I'd much rather do less damage than be slow. I already get me. Nah, bro, it's not worth it, bro. Sea Serpent's not worth it. I'm gonna stay to this what I got right here. This is working. This is working for me, bro. Bro, let's go back into BG, try it out. Okay, how much does this do? That's all it do? Damn, that's trash. Kind of garbage. That's kind of garbage. Damn. Oh. Shit. It. Well, the thing is, we have. How much pen is he? 6K? We got 21K great pen though. That's a lot of pen. A lot of pen. So I feel like it'll make up for it. But we're gonna have to just test it out and see. But I feel like it'll make up for it for sure. A good representation is the light attack. Okay, that's fine. Don't find out, bro. I don't know why this shit isn't just all deathmatch. It's supposed to be competitive, bro. Maybe. Whatever. What we got going on here? Only. But that rings a bell, bro. That rings a bell. That rings a bell. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. What the fuck is that? Bruh. You gotta be kidding me, bruh. Hell no. Oh, he's killable. Fuck it. I should have ulted. I would have survived. I got too hungry though. Yeah, I feel much better like this. That nigga ain't even do no healing, bro. Get him out of here. Roll dodge that now, dummy. Take it off your bar. Bro, what the fuck? They should have kicked. They should have went after me. The boy's on my dick. They're trouble together. Got him. Good shit. Also going crazy.
The point is lost. Despite their pathetic defense, the point is ours. We've taken the point. Wind is strong.
Easy mode, bro. Easy mode, bro. Easy. Do this over here. So yeah, I'll say I hit harder with Shackle with Shackle. You know what I mean, bro. I know what I mean. Shattered Fate.
Fate summons you, champion. Will you answer its call?
Prices have never been better.
I ain't gonna lie, it's been so easy to get transmute crystals and transmute stones and shit. So, right now, I just need a little bit more damage. I need to hit like a truck. Can I do? I'm not taking off my poisons. Poisons are too good. Charge. What am I going to do? Things to do, sir. Do we bring back Markin, bro? Bring back Markin? Or Death Dealer's feet in here? Do we go back to the basics, bruh? It's how it does what it does for us. Go back to the basics. You go to Markin Ring of Majesty, bruh. Cause that's not gonna do anything for us. 200 damage, bruh. What's that really doing? Nothing. We have more defenses now though. You look at that. That's pretty good stuff. But we're a little bit beefier. Put on Markin. Way beefier. So we switch this. Let's say we switch this to Valkyrie. Put on Markin. 30k resource. This. That what? What? It's like 51 something. How? With the ring of marking on? So we get 200 weapon damage. Cause I put on Saint. Whoa, what the fuck going on? Oh, okay, that's why. There's no infused weapon damage. That's why. But that just goes to show you that it's not worth it. I'll take it out and try it out. 30k resist, bro. 30k resist. 6k weapon damage. 21k pen. I'm gonna try this out. See what's going on. Maybe even try a wrecking blow. Try that out and see what the damage is. Am I really hitting harder? Yeah, cause then I get major berserk. I just want to hit 20k lit, 20k tooltip. I'm doing something then. Alright. And I can still crit. I'm gonna try wrecking blow. E-swing is cool. Off balance is cool. I'm gonna try D-swing, bro. I'm gonna try wrecking blow. Wrecking blow. To bust everything else. Funny part is I could have did this all if I did this last patch, bro, I'll be crazy. I should have thought of this last patch. Or 2 patches ago when I was playing. I would have been getting so much harder. But it's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. And then I could put fossilize here. I could put fossilize right fucking here. Then my build would be, I'd have everything I need done. You know?
You slayed Captain Blackheart. Thank the divines for brave souls like you.
I think I got it, y'all boys. I think we're good to go. I might pull up tomorrow. No, I'm gonna hop into one, bro. If I get a queue for a BG, we out. If not, y'all boys tomorrow. I'm gonna give it 2 minutes. Gonna see, man. We gonna see. Let's get it. Let's see how it... No deathmatch? Fuck. Let's see how it goes, man. I got the hot hand. I got the hot hand. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
By Stentor, the capture point has moved. We've seized the point.
But these guys kind of suck, so it's not really a good comparison. Are you about to run off the map? Look at these niggas. Bro, how'd I lose it? Bro, that's a stain on my name, bro. That is so disappointing. I lost. Niggas got damaged, but these niggas are scrubs. Damn. I just let that shit kill me, bro. Fuck. Sad. Damn, why that shit hit so hard? What the fuck? I'll say build is cool. I feel like I have to go like this because of all the cleanses that's coming through. I feel like I'd hit more. I hit harder. Maybe a little bit more damage. Little bit. Yes. I think this is the alright, y'all boys, girls, and ladies and gentlemen. About that time. It's about that time. So got tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. Maybe next year. How it goes. One love. I'm out of here.